stuff.
Yes. I don't know if this is working.
I don't think it is.
Okay. So of course, we have the compensation package, the very, very low compensation package.
How come the bitch DEI hire for DWP makes $759,000?
But you only want to pay the white police chief $500,000? What the fuck is going on here?
I think that's inverse discrimination.
Yes, it is. This department has far more cover-ups than the DWP. I mean, Jim's going to be spending all of his time destroying documents, in my opinion, covering up crime, in my opinion. He should at least get $750. What do you think there, Colanche? Wait, remember when we had those street tacos? I think we talked about this, didn't we? So I move that the compensation be equal to the DWP commissioner. $759,000 is the fair salary, not this crooked crap. And then of course we got Dominic Choi. You got fucked, didn't you? At first, you were the most qualified candidate, but you're the wrong race, and you're surely the wrong gender, so you don't get shit. Asians don't get anything in this city. Except 2 complaints. You got 2 complaints against you. Holy shit! 2 fucking complaints against an interim chief? That's a new record. Let's get my hand. That's right. Yes, old Dominic Choi. Always over there at Langer's, always trying to stuff his face with all that overpriced bacon. You know you like bacon. Yes. Old man Langer, you promised him to clean up MacArthur Park. You haven't done shit. That's probably one of the complaints. Now, you're gonna have to sit there and be the water boy for the white police commissioner. You have seniority, you have better training, you have up-to-date certificates, and you're what? Far more qualified than old Jim, but you gotta sit there next to him and take his fucking orders. You've been waiting 30 years to be the chief. How come this fucking board of racist commissioners won't make Dominic Choi the goddamn police chief? Most qualified person we've ever had.
Because he's not black and he's not a woman.
Oh, okay.
And he's not white.
That's right. So remember, Dominic, Asian people still have 100 years to go to them chains coming off. But as we like to say to everybody, your reign has been a good reign. You failed. And then we're going to bring in this new commissioner. He's a
Yes,
judge.
thank you, Tandra.
Holy shit. But we always want to leave on a high note. We want to say to the Dominic Choi, so long.
You can't do that. You can't do it. You know,
I'm ordering you out.
hey, Galante, that's what we talked about at lunch, man.
Kicking him out.
That's what we talked about at lunch, okay? You gotta tell
Kicking
them
her.
to
Goat
stop
puppet's getting kicked out.
Okay? You're a nice lady. You're smart. You gotta tell them to stop this shit. It's illegal. Okay? I'm being fucking targeted. The thing's sitting here like this. I'm not in the way. The camera's there.
I'm ordering you out.
It's the fucking camera. It's not me. If you point the fucking camera to the speaker, it wouldn't be on my puppet the whole meeting, right? You dumb fuck. Okay? That's the problem. Okay. We broke bread, Colanche. We gotta stop this shit. You gotta tell them to stop this fucking crap, okay? Using armed force like this is not going to stop the First Amendment, okay?
He's right.
It's not gonna stop it. Okay? I've got the ear of people in DC. So you better hope your buddy Trump wins. Because if he doesn't win, you motherfuckers are under investigation. Because you're violating the First Amendment. And you're using force to intimidate and harass public speakers.
Thank you.
That's what the whole thing was about. Okay? That's what it's about. Okay? Now, it's not my fault that you're a fucking puppet.
They are.
This is a real puppet, so you're a bigger
All this
puppet.
criminality with developers, it's wrong.
Good morning. I'm here for something a little different. I'm here to stand up for 2 girls who on Sunday were at a Scientology event with their parents. The father, with the father, Alberto Godinez. These girls ran away from their dad at Scientology building, ran for safety to complete strangers, begging for help. and begging them not to call the police because the police work for Scientology. This is in the Northeast Division, and I have seen firsthand, any of the protesters have, how in bed Northeast Division is with Scientology. It's because Janet Wieland is on their CPAB. She is one step under David Miscavige, and she is on your CPAB. She has so much influence in this city that I can't even get 250 planters that are illegally placed without permit that are non-ADA compliant removed. That's how much influence. But forget the planners, keep them there at this point. I want to know, we all want to know what happened to these girls. You know, did you give them back to this father? It's not every day teenagers run away from their parent at an event, begging for help from strangers, begging not to call the police because they, you know, and for anyone who thinks that, oh, maybe they're not Scientology, how would they know how much in bed Scientology is with LAPD? We have taken our complaints about this embedness to the Inspector General's office, but it's still, I mean, as long as Janet Wieland remains on your CPABs, you know, it's going to remain. She needs to be removed. You guys need to separate yourselves. You need to find out what's going on with these girls. They need help. There was a help sign in the window at Blue Building. The police were called, and because Scientology said, oh, there's nothing to see, nothing here to see, you walked away. Okay, and now these two girls have run for help. Where are these girls? We want to know. And I want to know, why is Janet Wieland still on your CPAB with all this influence? She has influence over every area of the city on behalf of Scientology. Enough is enough. I'm going to keep coming until it stops. We want our police to be, you know, for the people, not for Scientology. And I'm asking you, Chief Choi, as your last duty, you know, for that you are here, you know, in your capacity, please find these girls. Please bring justice. Please bring help, and please make it stop. No child belongs to be dealing with whatever it is that they are dealing with that they don't want to deal with. No child deserves that. How many children do you see run and beg for help from strangers? And they can't, and they know better than to call the police. That breaks my heart. When I was a kid, we had these helping hand signs up. You go there, they're going to call the police, and the police are going to be there to help you. But the police actions that night were egregious. I beg you to look into it, sir, please.
I was there at the incident over there by L1 Hubbard Way with two girls that escaped Scientology or attempted to escape. I was very disturbed by being there and not having a female officer present. It was all male officers. That's unacceptable in my opinion, and several other people's opinions that were there. Another thing that disturbed me very much, besides seeing those girls very frightened and terrified, was an officer made a statement as he was driving away when a citizen asked what was going on, and the officer said, "Don't worry about it." The officer's name was Anthony Valenzuela. The officer said, "Don't worry about it, they're just up there trying to unalive us." They would unalive the officer. Pertaining to us protesters that were up there filming. Very unsettling, very frightening. That could have started outrage with the whole community. To say something like that is disgusting. I am afraid of this department now because of that statement he made. It's unacceptable. I have nothing else to say.
Awesome job, man. Yes, take.
I have video as well. Yep.
Chief Choi, please look into this. I beg you, please, for these girls. Please, just let us know that they're okay. You have so many heartbroken people that don't know. Yes, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
I took the information on the statement that was made, but can you tell me a little more about the girls? What happened?
Yes, these are two girls who, their father his name is Alberto Godinez. Alberto, and the last name is Godinez. Inez. And he was, I guess, being like honored or something at a Scientology event. They had some event. And his girls, like before they went into, I think it was before they went into the compound, like ran for the hills, like just took off running to strangers. Like they went to like an apartment of like they were so afraid or whatever. They went to strangers begging for help. They begged them not to call the police because they said the police are, they work for Scientology. And in that division, I mean, I've seen it over and over again. They do. And that's because Janet Wieland is on their CPAP. And she's like so high up in OSA, it's just ridiculous. But and so the people, I guess, did call the police. They called CPS. I heard that CPS. I didn't call CPS, but CPS told them if they don't know the name of the girls that they can't get involved, which is ridiculous. I mean,
How old were the girls?
I believe they're about 14. I don't know for sure. I don't know who they are exactly, but they looked about teenagers, and then the protesters who were the ones trying to help, trying to, be interpreters, or they were Spanish speaking, and or anything to help, were getting threatened with arrest. And then one of the officers, I'm sorry, because it might I'm not pointing it to you, but they said that. One of the officers was saying like we're just there to try to kill them, which is ridiculous. That the protesters. I mean, that's the influence of Janet. Okay, because that's Janet is always. I have so much evidence of this. She is always putting out there to the police, to the attorney general, to everybody that we're an angry mob. If we're an angry mob, okay, why are we sitting here crying, like literally crying and begging for help for these two girls? Why are we helping? If we're an angry mob. And so it's so ridiculous to put police, they're always putting the police in fear of us. We just don't want children in Scientology. And these two girls were like, children in Scientology that wanted to escape. And we don't know what happened to them. Like, I am like, as a mother, I'm like distraught. Like, what happened to these girls? Did they give them back? Did Janet get them back? And it's not like every day, and kids in California, they have that right now. That law was passed from 12 on. If they want to be removed from their parents and want help, they have a legal right at 12, right? That's a legal law in the state of California. And the city has to honor that law. So they had their absolute right, and it's the city. I mean, you guys should have removed them if they want to be removed. And and I'm hoping you did, but I don't know. We just want to know.
And I don't know for privacy reasons if we can share with you what happened to them, but I will look into it and I will brief the chief on it so that he's aware of it.
Can you just ask, like if I give you my email, I just want a wellness check, even if you just to know that they're okay.
I'll give you a business card with my information.
Okay.
And then if you want to mute your live stream, I'll get your information so you're not
Sure.
sharing it with everyone.
Well, I just go by. I have I go by Audit LA.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
and
your
I
best-
have an email address.
That's
It's
your best way of contact?
Yeah, it's Audit only because of I had to, because Scientology they sending somebody, like they have somebody online trying to instigate people to kill me. So I have to remain try to, even though I'm not anonymous anymore because I know who I am, whatever. But that's how that started.
So Audit LA.
Audit, yeah, is my name, but my email is audit.in.la, because I couldn't get Audit LA, at gmail.com.
Okay, audit.in.la@gmail.com.
Correct.
Okay. And what day did this happen?
This happened Sunday, November 3rd, and there were three,
what time?
around, I'm going to say around 4:35-ish, and it went on for into the evening.
What streets?
This happened at the Blue Building, that's L. Ron Hubbard Way, and between Sunset and Fountain. And they didn't send any female cop. That's one thing that we were all concerned about, that they did not send a female cop or somebody, or cops, I would say, that can deal with juveniles. And I think there was even, and then people who were trying to help. Like there was one person who was who grew up in that cult and escaped, who wanted to help, like an interpreter, just to be there to help, and they were threatened with arrest. I mean, they treat us so. Anyone who protests, they treat them so poorly because they have completely maligned us, and that's why I even went to one of the CPAP meetings, and Janet was there, and because I'm sick and tired of they're trying to malign me, saying and it's got to stop.
So I'm going to take a personnel complaint for the information that you and
Thank you.
and Mr. Moraga
Yeah.
brought forward today, and I'll put it together. I'm gonna take your information, and then the only contact information you want to leave is that email address.
Yeah, I mean, if the chief ever would reach out to me, I'd give him my phone number. I would love to talk to him one-to-one, but I did, I also want the, like, what do you call it, wellness check, you know what I mean, to make sure
Yes.
there, it's like I want the
Well, I can
personnel
assure you,
complaint.
We're gonna definitely look into what happened with those
Please,
girls. I
please.
mean, that's
So I-
obviously that's the most
Because
important.
it's a human, they do a lot of, I mean, I have numerous people who I know that I'm friends with, like the people that were there, you know, that were there trying to help, they were trafficked by Scientology. They were horribly abused by Scientology. And so they know more than anyone what these girls are, you know, why they're running. And then I also want to please that the CPAP thing, which, I mean, she's terrorizing people who are just trying to help children.
I'll mention that as well.
Thank you.
So here's my name,
Thank you, sir.
Detective Gayheart, and then my email and phone number on that card.
Okay, so you're in uniform because of the
We're all in
tactical
uniform.
you?
We're all
Okay,
in
because I was like, you're not
uniform,
supposed to be in uniform if you're a detective, okay. But thank you for taking the time to listen to me.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank the chief for, you know, can you thank him personally that he did take the time to connect me to you?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
want him to know, I appreciate that. Like, I really want to be somebody that, you know, we can talk, we need help with
We're
this.
here every Tuesday.
Yeah, I keep coming and bugging you guys. I'll be bugging the new chief. I met him, I was actually in line behind him at the commissary, and so I've gotten to talk to him a little bit. But I was talking about planters. I'm like, they have like all these 88 planters that are illegal, and that's all I've been doing. Now I'm getting death, you know, like instigations for death because I was talking about planters. But now that this happened, that's a whole new ballgame. You know, I don't even care about the planters anymore. I care about these girls and any other child, like that wants to escape or that is being abused. Like there really needs to be some kind of, like, why not, you know, they would send CPS to my house. If my girls ran away, you know, screaming, begging for help, you know, like, you would send CPS to check my home life. And, you know, that's what needs to happen with not only the parents, but with, you know, because there's so, you know, other complaints, all the victims, they need to listen to the victims who've been there, you know,
Yes, ma'am.
you know, please. I'm
Thank
going
you
to
for
keep
bringing
begging
it
you.
to us, and
Thank you,
I'll be here
Detective.
every Tuesday. so-
You're here every Tuesday too? Okay, you got to know me.
right.
Thank you, sir. You too. Hey, Commissioner Grant. Why are you not the vice president? I'm very upset about that.
Jennifer's good. She has long experience.
Yeah, but you like stood up and
You can stand up no matter where I'm sitting.
okay, well, at least you're pro-time, right? So at least you'll run a meeting here and there. But you know, I'm going to come in feisty with, you know, I'm upset about the First Amendment
If you
thing.
weren't coming in feisty, I think that you're ill.
Because I don't like this, like, I know it's like, okay, because like, I know it's driving you guys crazy, everything, people coming, but we just want things, you know, fixed, and,
There's someone referenced it in Monday's meeting. There's steps being taken.
the what?
There have been steps taken. There's somebody referenced it in Monday's meeting.
Oh, yeah, I know, well, I know they're taking steps, because I know that, there's like certain,
And they're just grinding it down, so it's slowing it down. So it's, you know, it's a play, but it's a nice.
but it's not like that they're trying to take away, like, because like, I could see like why city council has to do 3 minutes, because they have like 100 people wanting to speak, but, you know, outside of us, you have nobody but maybe 1 or 2 people. I don't mean it like that. I mean,
No, I
people
know
just
what
aren't
you-
interested. I don't mean it because of you. I mean,
No,
people
no,
just,
I know what you mean.
you know what I mean? Like they don't. I wish they would. I wish more would come.
It doesn't attract that much attention.
Right, I wish more would come. Like I think it's important. I wish this neighborhood councils would come. But they think that it's city council or the police commission you have to go to. So I understand. Like they, you know what I mean? They have 100 people that got to sort in it, but you guys don't need to sort in it. They're just mad. They're just trying to show who's boss. You think so? You think we'll be at peace?
I think these crowds good.
You think so?
I mean, Steve Tate, excellent.
Is it? Okay, good. I don't know them.
Jenny, when she worked in our nose, she's very honest. And,
Oh, good.
and Faith, you know, unemployment judge, she knows.
I have a really good vibe. Only because, like, you know, at first I was like really skeptical, but then you've proven to be. Sorry, I like to scream it. But you've proven to be
You
so.
know that we can't comment on public comment.
Oh yeah, no, I know that.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
people
it's
ask me that all the time. No,
I feel like
Brown
a
Act you
fool.
can't. No, you
Yeah,
can't.
it's like this.
And I explain that to everyone when they ask.
About the Brown Act.
Yeah.
That's one. The other one is, if we want to build issues, I can't talk to any of the commissioners beforehand. So it's like, how do you
Right.
build?
Because you can't have.
My
You
thing
can't.
is you
Yeah.
build, you lobby, you talk, you work, you know, not.
But there you can't because you have quorum issues.
Now that you fix everything, beforehand, yes, no. This, I don't know, it's just a
Different.
working with a give and take and like,
My great grandpa was like one of the initial, you know what John L. Lewis, one of his right hand, yeah, his history books. Yeah, I could bring proof. Yeah, my his gravestone came from John L. Lewis. Yeah, it's like a 6-foot monument. Yeah, he was like right up there in the beginning. So I appreciate the union. And I was a union rep, so that's why like when I, that's why, and I always appreciate that you stand up for, that you stood up,
just one, I don't know what's about it. The ADA compliance issue, it's not being able to get out of cars parked against the fence, right?
Partially, that's part. And I
But
can't,
the
and the
sidewalks,
right.
I want.
Oh yeah, no, the sidewalks, but I can't get up access to paratransit.
Oh, okay, so that's what it's, because it's like, I want to walk to.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, no, but like imagine an access paratransit,
Car acts.
right?
That's
Or the
helpful.
ramp.
That's helpful, I think, to be a little more.
Okay.
So I think people are getting great results.
Are they doing a briefing really on like Scientology? Because if they do a briefing, can they have like the victims?
What we talked about was having agendas on them, just out there for, I mean, the one is the victims, though, that's really not our purview.
Right.
I mean, the molestation and abuse victims is not.
Or even how they use the building, like that there's a jail in the basement of the Blue Building.
There was a patent that was
Yeah, I mean there's some thing, a lot of things that are going without what do you call it, permits, and like in. Yeah. This is the good one.
Real quick, are commissioners issued badges?
Pardon?
Are you issued badges as commissioners?
Just this. I wanted a badge like this.
They don't give you the medal ones?
Yeah, they should. Oh,
I wanted to really shave my
I'll
hair,
fight for it.
get a coat, and have a badge.
Okay, guys, no, we're gonna have to call in.
No, you can get one on the internet.
Yeah,
Well, they're not gonna do that.
That's true. No, you're right.
Yeah, we should get you a commissioner badge. We'll have to
Everything
fight.
we need money for, that's probably the lowest priority.
Yeah.
The budget cuts are just horrific.
But if you would like charge say like these like science like non-tax, they're tax exempt, but they're creating all this revenue that you could get in fines if you just go after and fine them. But can they? I would like them to do. Are they going to do it in agendas? It's not going away.
Yeah, no, it's not going. Nobody knows that.
Yeah,
Everybody
they all
knows
get
that.
it. They get that I'm pretty persistent.
No, and
And I'll not just me.
feeble by not
Yeah,
being
it's
able
making
to
it look
respond
bad.
to it.
Well, not the talking out after, like, I understand Brown Act. I explain to all my people, you're not allowed to, it's Brown Act. But you can agendize it.
We can't, like, I think that's, I'm not promising anything.
Okay, no, I won't hold you to it. I just like that you listen, like, and you take notes too, I appreciate that. We all know, they all notice. We all notice who's like, that's why I voted for vice president. I'm mad.
I didn't even want any of the top three. I was ready to go. Yeah, I don't need that, and I know why. And it's only 5 people.
I know, but
And because of Brown Act,
we like you best.
it was fun.
But we like that, we do miss. We only we do miss Mr. Davis because he was pretty cool
The
too.
one thing I have to say is, when I do, which is not.
No, I would like to hear it.
I actually like public comment after, so especially civic proposals.
Well, I like it after the event.
I would want to hear what the officials say and then comment.
Well, I've been bugging for that. I'm not the initial public comment, but like after the agenda, they always put the public comment before the people speak, and that makes no sense.
And I really think public comment for the general one.
At the end?
I mean, because you're, unless you talk in general, if I
Yeah.
want to step back and say, what happened today, X, Y, and Z.
But that's non-agenda item, so you can't talk on the agenda anyway. No, I'm
That's why
not.
I shouldn't be like that.
No, yes, you should. No, because you're stand-up. I like anyone that stands up. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. All right. Uh-oh. All right. Thank you, Commissioner. Good seeing you. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Wow. That was awesome. Yeah, I signed up. Yeah, I just did right now. Thank you. Hi. There's Nurse Paisa.
爱情是你独特的味道，在我的心中围绕。
找别人走不了，只有你知道，因为你世界不再干扰。
Which Scientology did you go to?
I went to both the
Which one?
international service center and then the big blue building. I went to both.
Okay, wait, you went to the Big Blue Building, and what was the other one?
The other one is just a few blocks away. The Hollywood Sunset, Hollywood.
Oh, the Hollywood and
Near the Foot Locker, that one, the Foot Locker.
yeah, the information center. Okay.
Yeah, International Information Center, that one and the big blue building.
Okay, so what happened?
Actually, nothing happened.
What did they try to? Did they? Oh, well, of course, they're not going to come in and say, "Here, we're a cult." So what did they do? Did they give you?
I see that they are very similar to you and Lara. I feel.
They're what?
Very similar to the way you respond to me and then the way Laura responds.
Well, I think you freaked Laura out just because she don't know you yet. Not me. I've always been so.
I was asking them, the Scientology, some questions.
Oh, sorry.
Instead of answering my questions, they tell me, hold on, why do you want to know? Are you sincere trying to be a Scientologist? I think you are looking for trouble, but I'm asking for questions. How do you do this? Do I have to pay to be in a class? How much is your class? When is the next in-person class? How do I sign up? And I said, you work here, right? How much do you get paid? You work right here, right? Do you get your retirement? They got annoyed. They said, why do you want to know? Why do you want to know? And I think you are those troublemakers. Like you're just looking for fun. I said, I'm looking for truth.
See, so but they say everyone's welcome.
They say that everyone's welcome. They say that I'm not sincere.
So who says you have to be
I'm
sincere?
not sincere.
How do they know that? Talk about judgmental.
That's why I'm asking them.
Right.
I thought it's a legitimate question. I said a legitimate question. You work right here. Can I sign up to work right here also? Do I get an opportunity to work right here also?
Right.
How do I be an employee? I think it's a fair question, but obviously they don't like that.
Had to get names. You gonna go back?
Maybe she said nothing is free. I want to go to
Nothing is free.
Except
The free personality test.
No, Sunday service is free, but everything else I have to pay. So she said, if you want anything for free, the only thing that is free is the Sunday service, 11 to 12 in the big blue building.
See, and they're trying to say that religious services are from 9 to 9. So it's from 11 to 12 at the Big Blue Building. Why don't you go?
Every Sunday, 11 to 12.
Why don't you go?
That one is the free one. And I said,
Just don't let them recruit you.
I thought, there are other classes, and then she said everything else, minimum $24, $25 per class, minimum.
Yeah.
There are some other classes.
Well, it goes up to get to a certain level. It's like to get to find out about Xenu, you're putting in $250,000 just to get to that level.
Yeah, something like that.
It's like
And I
really
was like,
extremely expensive.
I want to become a Scientology. I said, there's no way I can afford it. I cannot even afford enough food. How can I afford to give it to you hundreds of dollars every week? I said, even I want to. I
Ask him.
cannot
Well, ask him if you can join the Sea Org.
I didn't ask that question because when I asked,
Because then you don't have to pay for the classes.
they intuitively know if I ask for the C word, that's too obvious. I cannot ask that question.
Okay. Well, why don't you just say, is there any way?
First time
Yeah.
I go there and ask for the C word, they already know I'm
True.
a problem maker. And I cannot
Okay.
ask
So
for
why don't you
it.
just ask him, is there any way? Like, can I work it off? Can I do something? Can I,
I
you
asked
know?
that black lady, and I said, "You work right here. Do you get paid a minimum wage, $18 per hour?" I asked them.
Yeah.
She said, "You don't need to know."
They get 47 a week.
Right. I'm trying to verify that. I don't know that.
But now,
That's what
okay,
she
but
said.
she didn't deny it,
But
right?
She said, you don't need to know. That's what she told me. You don't need to know.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get much information. They told me I asked in a polite manner. I tried to be professional. I never yell, never use profanity. Just the same way I'm talking to you right now.
I believe it.
But I cannot get much. They said you don't need to know. That's not your business. You don't need to know. That's just I asked a lot of questions. I
Yeah.
couldn't get many answers. Other than I can buy a book $25, I can take a class $25. I said, you have no money. The only thing for free is Sunday service 11 to 12 at the beach.
And that's to recruit you, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what happens at that. Are you gonna go?
When I have
Can you guys hear? I missed it. What happened? Oh, we don't support Katie. Katie's trying to reduce our right to protest. That's communism. Oh my gosh, I don't support Katie. Katie's the last person I support. She supports like getting rid, like where you can't protest within 300 feet. Hi. That's a great mustache. Wow, you are striking. Like that mustache is great. I'm sorry, I had to call it. I love a good mustache. So, hey. Audit LA. With a. You're closed. What happened? What did I miss? Right.
We're making room for Audit. Hey, Audit.
Hey, sir. They didn't call me. They didn't call me. Yeah, they didn't call me. Yeah.
You came in late. You were playing somewhere else.
I was playing with the cops. I was talking to the chief himself. Oh heck yeah, man. Yeah, heck yeah. About these girls who went, huh? There was, but these two girls escaped their father at Scientology, and the cops. We were trying to find out what happened to them.
We're gonna go clear it up. Good to see you, Audit.
Good to see you too. Still owe me that apology.
I do owe you an apology.
Thank
but
you.
I just haven't been able to walk to where your periphery is, but that was quite a crazy day.
It was.
You didn't have to fall into that, but I do appreciate you holding us accountable.
Thank
But
you.
it was just too rowdy, and I really wanted to hear Mr. McCosker speak.
I understand that, but
Because usually that committee doesn't have any people, so it's like, oh, here we have a full attendance. So I wanted it to be productive.
thank you. And I know you're kind of, I know like the Brown Act is kind of like it's there's a lot to it, but I just like the accountability. But I appreciate you. Actually, you won. She won my respect. She did the right thing. And her and Mr. McCosker, they're high ups now. Okay, so I appreciate it.
We'll be in touch.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Yeah, you too. You too. Thank you. And thank you. That was very stand up. I'm gonna say I had to give her a shout out. That was stand up. She stood up. She did it. Appreciate it. Wow.
Another Padilla succeeding during March Madness.
She humbled herself. That's what we want. We want humble, and you will not believe what just happened. You will not believe what just happened.
What happened now?
Padilla just passed me, and she goes, "You're right. I do owe you an apology for that day."
You got it on tape.
Oh yeah, but yeah, Padilla. So she's okay. That's all I wanted. I said,
No way.
she did.
What? Padilla
Is that on,
For that day.
Is that on video?
Yeah, she goes, it was just too crazy. She just wanted to hear McCosker. I'm like, I get it, but the rules,
Bienvenidos.
Thank you. Y'all gonna, I was gonna say y'all gonna behave, but we know not. Dusty, hi boy. Aw. Oh, you're getting snippy with me. I need a. Did he take all the agendas? Did he take all the agendas? Only one. Is that the last one? Oh, watch your tails.
To you is different, but if you go to
Yeah, he doesn't like it. Yeah, because he doesn't like it. He's very protective of his daddy.
Audit LA. Derek Tran. Mike Greenspan.
Oh, Dusty,
Miss Lucy.
sleepy baby.
Audit LA. Come on.
Good morning. I mean, good afternoon now. Wait, sorry, I'm sleep deprived. I may only get by with just public comment because I'm kind of like, I don't know how I'm going to connect all these things to Scientology. I just haven't figured it out. So we're going to go with general comment. Okay. Okay, this is real quick, an FYI. On Sunday, November 3rd, two girls, young teenagers, were with their father, Armando, I can't think of his, Godinez, and at Scientology to be awarded, but the girls got scared and they ran away from their father seeking help. The one child was too slow to run fast enough, so they were able to snatch her up and take her, we don't know, but the other one was able to get to an apartment building, beg for help, begged them not to call the police, saying that they felt that, the police would side with Scientology, but the people did call the police, because what else are you going to do? You have a child, and the police came, and it was a disaster. We don't know what happened to these girls. We don't know if they're okay. I did go to the police commission meeting. We just want answers on what is going on with these two girls. They tried to flee. There's other people that are trying to flee that are being held, and they can't. And that's why I'm here. I'm here for children. I'm done with the planters. I know you're trying. I'm here for the children now.
All right.
Thank you.
Derek Tran. Derek Tran.
Mommy.
Going once.
Wait,
He's around.
Twice.
he's coming.
What would you like to be heard on?
Hold on, you have to hold this because I have to hold the button to mute.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait.
So, Mommy Beach, now that we got Mr. McCocker here regarding the UCLA Police Commissioner Somerall Steve sucks a dick on the automation of the future dock work. Well, we should first fix the problem at Brentwood at UCLA before we start the next project, because the goddamn complex over there in Brentwood concourse, which was barricades. You need to tell those pedophiles.
Items.
I'm talking about the concourse. That's 3 fucking items. You don't even know which one I'm on, Miss Beach.
No one can tell what you're on.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. You don't fucking listen anyways, you dumb cunt. Pay attention. Now to my general public comment. For the record, Brandenburg versus Ohio are heretic. Dumb bitch wants to talk about my 45th president. If I had my Ruger, and I say if I had a Ruger, I'd put it to my fucking head, because I'm tired of America looking like the shithouse, shithole concourse that you assholes, you cunts and bitches and twat faces have done with all these projects. So now for the record, suck a dick.
All right. Very special. Thank you. And to our here today, we apologize for the language that you're subjected to. We do not condone or support that language. We are required to hear that offensive language as well. Mr. Greenspan?
Yes.
Mike
Greenspan, all items and public comment.
All right, 3 minutes. How about it?
Okay. Well, we've got a couple of projects going on the concourse. Boy, an amendment to each thing, 2 different contracts. I wonder what they're doing, and will this really make it a better airport? Folks, LAX is not the best airport on the planet. What can I say? The more, I feel like when we put money into it, it's just money going down a black hole.
He's not.
I mean, you get much more for your airport. Was it the big mega airports? They just gave Minneapolis, St. Paul a top-notch rating. Not here. Atlanta, more volume. Yeah, so let's do these make-work projects, give the things to our friends and cronies. Now, the UCLA thing, I had to comment on that because these reports really mean nothing. A verbal report on future of dock work at the San Pedro Bay complex automation. That reminds me of a report about plant closures. Somebody was supposed to have written back in the 80s, the mayor of Berkeley, Gus Duport, and it was a $28,000 project somebody gave, and it was Richard Cass, who's now on the DWP Board of Commissioners in the legislature. It gave that money. Go to the library, look at that report on plant closures. It doesn't exist. Well, now they're copying out and doing verbal reports. Now, these two jokers are gonna go through the motions. First of all, McOsker is one of those cradle engravers in the city attorney's office, not able to work in private practice like my brother did for 40 years. And so he's going, come on, do lawyers really care about people, blue-collar workers? Get real, folks. And Yaroslav's being married to a lawyer. They're just going through the motions and playing like they care. They really don't. Now, there's some things about these reports. Yeah, if they're even written, that's the problem. They're not always written, but the money exchanges hands, that's for certain. So, you know, I think of things like that. It just sucks a dick like this. That's what I think of it. It just sucks a dick. It's our money. Hey, that was only $28,000 40 years ago. How much did this one cost? How much are those other contracts costing? We're just paying money. Just go in a convertible and just throw it out on Pacific Coast Highway, because that's basically what you're doing with our money. And you wonder why we don't have money? We're always in debt and everything else because of expenditures that just suck. Expenditures that don't do anything and don't improve the quality of life in the city and cause people to be homeless. Isn't that a great policy? It sucks.
All right, thank you. I noticed you've been carrying that thing around all day. You might want to wash it. Miss Lucy? Miss Lucy. Going
Oh, that
once,
was a good comeback.
going
Let's
twice,
give it to her.
coming off the list.
Get good comedy in here.
Go in.
Genuine pod company, fuck Napa Integrated Services. Motherfuckers at Napa, who the fuck are they? They nobody. Goddamn CEQA exemptions, goddamn bad air, bad water for all of us. That's why we drinking bad tap water, cause of people like Tracy Beach, who changed the name to Tracy Irene Park for some reason. Number two, this motherfucker, W.E. O'Neill. What is this, some Irish drunk motherfucker? Is that what this is? Midfield Satellite Concourse Project. Nobody wants to go to LAX. I don't have no money to fly. I ain't got no motherfucking money to take public transportation. That's no goddamn flying goddamn plane. You see the cost goddamn thing? I just can't believe why you throwing money into LAX and all of us are homeless. Why don't you do what the late Mike Bonner wanted to do and turn part of LAX into a homeless shelter? So people like me can park my RV, take my prostitutes in the other, and make my profit in a safe environment. Number three, these motherfuckers, PC, pretty cock, to cover the design services for the minefield. Another separate indentured servitude type contract. We'll be using Chinese labor. We'll be using Central American labor.
Try to stick to the
I'm
items,
trying,
please.
ma'am, I'm trying. They goddamn immigrants taking our jobs. I'm trying to do this right. But she won't let me speak. You know, no habla English. You know what I'm saying? Number five, that's Buckethead. Anything with him is tainted. Fuck Buckethead. Now my general comment, what the fuck is a 10-degree felon charge motherfucking current prosecutor here spending our money? Haven't you done enough damage? When you were on the Coliseum Commission, you voted to tear down the goddamn sports arena and build a lousy fucking soccer field so Inglewood could get themselves 2 football teams? You know what you did? All of a sudden the goddamn ballers over there, the Clippers over there in your city. Are you aware, Tracy Park, that this guy is an Inglewood agent? He done slipping his ass underneath the ropes, taking jobs from us and infiltrating our city contracts with his wife. Goddamn double bigamy bullshit. Married one place in Idaho, another place in Maui, Ohio. What the fuck are you associating yourself with these criminals? I think Tracy Park need to find religion if that sister's here. Let's pray for Tracy Park. Give her back her soul. Hallelujah. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Audit LA. On number 11, 18, maybe something else on public comment, please. Thank you, sir. I'm very happy to see that there's community impact statement from a neighborhood council. I wish more neighborhood councils would speak up, and I wish that you guys would solicit more for the neighborhood councils to give you input. When it comes to this one, I am concerned because, you know, a group that does a lot of construction that's not permitted is the Church of Scientology. They have a lot of buildings, and they also call the police and fire department a lot. And you know, like, so can you please add them to this list? And thank you, Miss Padilla. See, she's my favorite today, Miss Padilla. She's listening. She's gonna be my bestie yet. She has to dump Ulysses though. Ulysses is her bestie right now. But well, you know. Anyway, so I just want you, if you could, Miss Padilla, just, you know, make sure they have their permits. I'm not saying they can't do their construction, but right, everyone has to have permits, right? And no one's above the law, right? I mean, you have to have your permits, so that make sure they have the permits for their illegal ADA planners, for all the construction, the tunnel that they're working on, everything. Just make sure they have their permits, and ask them to please stop calling the police and fire so much on people who are peaceful protesters, whatever, you know, they shouldn't be doing that. Okay, 18, isn't that yours, Miss Padilla? You know what, and I'm gonna be a supportive bestie and say, well, if Miss Padilla's, you know, here asking for something, you know, let's hear her out and, you know, and be supportive, okay? But basically with this is, I'm concerned about housing, okay, too, with the city attorney. And for a serious note, like I spoke in the last meeting, 2 teen girls tried to escape Scientology on Sunday. We have no idea where they are and if they're okay, and I am, okay, general comment, okay. We'll get back to that story. You know what it is, they escaped, but I mean, the one was snatched up by 5 Scientologists, like security, and the other one did get to a neighbor who she begged not to call the police. And, but they did, and we have no idea where she is and what's going on, so we're asking for a look into that. I am showing you here, I am suing the city because the Scientology, they lied to LAPD about their permits for street closures and ended up having my rights violated. I'm not really I mean, the police should have done due diligence, but my only ask, I don't want money from the city. I'm just asking that you remove the 2 people that are on the Northeast Division's CPAB, Janet Wayland and Parker Osmond. That is my only request in my lawsuit against the city, but I am suing. Just to let you know, you're put on notice. Because you know what, enough of the abuse. Thank you, and you know, everyone get out and vote. Thanks. I'm stealing your mic. Uh-oh. He's gonna, I know he's quick. I try, right? All my shenanigans, huh? I'm telling you, I know it's, have a good one.
Thank you. So I was listening to some of the prior speakers, and
Okay, guys.
the comments are worthy of listening to.
Oh, wait, I want to hear hers. I want to hear hers.
I could just get the gist. This meeting was happening on an election day, when most of their workers are out. And she was wondering if that was on purpose. And I personally think it is on purpose, y'all. I'm just here to tell the audience that nothing in here is a mistake, nothing in here is by accident. They're very calculated, just like how there was a meeting at 2 o'clock upstairs in 401, and a meeting down here in the Ferrero room at 2 o'clock. See, nothing's a mistake. Nothing's an accident here, everybody. They are social engineering the people's public hearing and curating the public process. That's a violation of the Constitution. And I really think that you need to listen to Ms. Audit LA. She's bringing attention to really egregious, nasty shit happening. Those girls deserve justice. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
Thank you. I just want to hear, hold on, I want to hear what he has to say, although I'll have my finger on the mute button. Oh, I had to, never mind, I had to hear all these guys.
Yeah. You know this item number 24-1136? You know what's relative to the tentative draft of this appeals is that they should be given more accommodations and come up with a formula to get this fucking project done. Instead of wasting our fucking time here with that fucking jungle, oh, I'm sorry, he's not up there. Lee, the other guy, to settle the dispute on item 12. So I don't want just less time. I don't want unfortunate time. I want the time to settle this shit so that Zed Gorowski can come in here and tell his goddamn daughter-in-law she's doing a fucking good job. Otherwise, the Jews don't understand that Lee is a rat and he's gonna find something wrong about Padilla from her Valley Girl style of schooling that she's gonna get schooled by the FBI. And that's why she plays that dirty game of, oh, Mother Teresa #2. No, you'll never be Mother Teresa, because you know, goddamn it, like you said during that public comment, you said, oh, I got into the business from a union rep. You know, the same fucking union people that told you to vote for Kamala Harris. Fuck Kamala Harris. We all vote for Trump, and we're gonna build and make America what it should be. Great. Instead of the shithole, piece of shit, one fucking shit that we're going through now. Now to my general public comment. 42 USC 1983 politely. Fuck all your agenda items for today. The reason why is because I'm going to go downtown and vote for Trump. And the reason why I'm voting for Trump is I'm tired of that snappy, fucking filthy Jewish who wants to be your president. Nothing. What has she done for more food for us with inflation? Nothing. What has she done about the gas prices? Yeah, it all comes to plumb. How to develop society around all these fucking problems. The more money you want, the more problems we get. 50 Cent said on the record. And now I'm saying it. Fuck the police, fuck the city of Los Angeles, and fuck you, John.
Thank you. For the next speaker, let me call.
Alright, all motherfucking items general public comment. Now, look at this motherfucker number 12. Have you ever seen a bucket of corruption more corrupt than number 12? Look at all that motherfucking shit. But then I can't even read what it says. Can you read what it says? It says indictment. That's what number 12 says. You want to take these goddamn box houses and squish them on in so the developer gets 47% more FAR. And who the fuck paid for that? Did the community vote for it, put it up? No. You're such full of shit, Vanilla. Y'all for the poor people. This ain't poor housing. This is rich housing. Why are you not having affordable housing down there in that goddamn ghetto? What the fuck are you doing here? Are you fucking insane? We got a housing crisis. Look at all this bullshit on this goddamn agenda. One motherfucking unaffordable. 1 out of 12 is going to be affordable. 1 out of 12. And what's the median income for dinner? What, $98,000 a year? That's affordable housing income? You people are completely insane and full of shit. He was at the police. Everything that goes in between. That's why we got a message here today from Maury Goldman, your goddamn favorite friend and FBI rat. And I encourage all developers, I encourage all lobbyists to record every conversation and send it to our good friend, the U.S. Attorney's Office, just like John Lynch has turned his ass into the U.S. Attorney's Office. Yeah, because all this shit is nothing but a bunch of fucking corruption.
Let's go on, Fade.
The general comment, why the fuck the Melvin Padilla is a guy that's facing 10 fucking ethics trying to deal with in the fucking chairmanship of this committee? Why are you married in here? Why are you sharing the same bed with him? Why are you eating out of the same bowl, John, as this motherfucker here? We don't know if he's guilty. We haven't had an adjudication yet. But this guy can go as long as his shit all he wants. If he knows he's going down, he got him to get millions of dollars in a offshore fucking account, and nobody even know. All these city employee motherfuckers are all here. Let's take a roll call. Are you going to talk to the FBI?
No.
Are you going to talk to the FBI?
The members on the agenda, your first one.
You don't like that. I'm going to keep saying it, Charlie. FBI, everybody. FBI! FBI!
Next speaker, please.
That's your first one in your directing meeting.
Oh, what an eyesore. door. So. No permits that we know of. Okay. I can't whistle. I needed to learn how to whistle from Laura. Hey, I gotta tell you something. You don't have to come out if you're like, if you're not decent. I didn't mean to. They want me just to tell you something. Sorry, you may come back? Sorry, I caught. Yes, under control, troll. I love that. Hold on, just. Nothing major, but my chat wanted me to tell you about it. It's nothing to get alarmed about yet. But at the city hall, I know the cops, the same cops, right? I'm constantly dealing with them. And the one is just being weird today. And he was asking if I knew you. And he goes, oh, I saw him once. Is that the guy that had the suit and the ponytail? What I think is happening is I think that Janet from another planet is really on a campaign. Okay, hold on. Wait, hold on. That they are really... Hold on. I have 2.5 hours sleep. I got to get this out.
Flag. I didn't see it.
I got to get this out. So I'm not alarmed yet. I'm going to ask him what he meant. I had to run to the other meeting. But I think they're in a campaign to because all of a sudden he's even acting weird with me. I think they're in a massive campaign to say we're going to agitate stuff, election, whatever. I have a feeling because they were all a little bit kind of standoffish today. So I have a feeling, Janet, if you are, knock it off. We'll find you. We'll find it. But they just wanted me to give you the heads up. Nothing major. It's not to be worried.
Stop worrying, okay?
Chat was worried.
Don't worry, chat.
They wanted me to get in touch with you, so I came all the way here from at the city hall. They're worried. And so I'm not worried yet. I just think that she's doing stuff. Yeah. True. And the more but then they're exposing themselves because there's no way they would have known all that without her, on the she's getting on their case.
I mean, I've called a good amount of them pigs, so they might.
It's not even that. He don't care. Are you kidding me? What they say there, goat puppet? You're tame compared to them. So no, it's not that. I'm telling you, Jen, I really believe that Jen is there saying, these guys, you have to, they want us out of City Hall. So they're trying to ruin our reputation with these cops.
Yeah.
Because I've always had nothing but good, gotten along with them.
As long as you keep going to City Hall, they could remove you, just come back the next time.
Exactly, because
That's all that's happening.
That's it. So they're just, scared, but right, but Chad,
Guys, they have microphones.
Oh, I know, I want them to hear. Janet, we know what you're doing. We know you. We already, we know what you're doing. So you've been duly advised that your name did come up, but I didn't feel it was in a malicious way. Muy guapo and the cowboy hat there. Look, muy guapo. Oh, Ted's not talking anymore. Hi, Ted. I kind of think Ted's a Scientologist. Oh, here he is. Hold on. Here we go. Well, I like the cowboy look, Ted. Very dapper. Tell Janet to knock it off. I know you don't know who Janet is. I know. You don't know who Janet is. Yeah, it looks good in the 10-gallon. I like it. It looks like a sheriff, right? Oh yeah. Janet from another planet. She's putting the law down because she wants everyone else in trouble because she's in trouble. What flyers? I was like, oh. Hi, Ted. He's so mad. He's so spitfire mad.